Stettin in the Baltic to Trieste in the Adriatic, an iron curtain has descended across the continent.
The Iron Curtain speech provokes an outcry. The Americans are shocked. Good old Uncle Joe? On June 24th, 1948, he cuts off all supply routes to West Berlin. The roads which link West Germany to West Berlin are blocked. 2.5 million inhabitants of Berlin are trapped. Without supplies, they will be unable to survive for long. In Washington, some of Truman's advisors urge him to respond with force. But the U.S. president decides on another option, to replenish the city's provisions from the air.
He didn't want open warfare between the U.S. and the Soviets. That was the last thing he wanted. But he also didn't want to appear weak, like we were going to do nothing. Because if you let the Soviets get away with closing off Berlin, then they take something else. And I don't think that the idea for the airlift was his, but he agreed to it because it made sense.
4 days after the blockade starts, huge British and American cargo planes fly over Berlin. Within their bellies, tons of food and goods and the famous care packages. Assembled by the American NGO CARE, these parcels contain everything the Berliners need to survive. Bacon, margarine, powdered eggs, chocolate. The taste of America.
What Stalin hadn't accounted for at all was that the Americans, the English and the French together had the wherewithal to keep West Berlin supplied for 11 months to the tune of 6,000 tons a day. Every day, a cargo plane would land on one of Berlin's 3 aerodromes every 30 seconds.
For a year, Berlin's citizens live their lives to the rhythm of the aircraft flying back and forth over their heads. But despite American aid, daily life remains difficult. In order to survive, everyone does whatever they can. Sowers start appearing in the heart of the city. Soon, vegetables start growing through the tarmac. They also show themselves resourceful where heating is concerned. The Americans are not sending enough coal, so Berliners find wood wherever it is available. Trees are uprooted. Not one bench in the city has any slats left. At the markets, people trade with anything they have: coats, bags, shoes. Berliners want for everything, but they survive. The Americans, too, are determined to stand fast, whatever the cost. And as predicted by Galen, Stalin does not give the order to shoot down the American planes.
He was unprepared to go to war because the Americans had the atomic bomb. The Soviet Union would not have been able to endure another war when 20 million Russians died during World War II.
Realizing that he had lost the political arm wrestle, Stalin lifts the blockade on May 12, 1949. All over West Berlin, people rejoice. For the communist leader, this is a humiliating defeat. This small-time shopkeeper from Missouri has got the upper hand over the most feared man on the planet. In his memoirs, Truman can barely hide his delight. He knows that he has scored a crucial point in his battle against Stalin.